Hey Crony users, we're back with some new and exciting features, and today I'm going to introduce two of them that we added recently. So we're going to jump into UI Catalog first, and this is a familiar sample app from Apple. It's written in Swift, and it demos all the UI controls that iOS offers. So as you can see here, that Crony has a new updated modern menu and configuration, and we can see here some about Crony, and we can also see how we can personalize our testing experience here. So let's dive into the first cool new feature that we want to show you, which is called crawl. So what crawl does, it means that Crony will crawl your entire app, and you can see how it identifies the actionable controls in the app and it exercises them. So it basically covers every possible path and view in your app, which is really great for code coverage. And you can see, like, for example, it's going through all the types of buttons and exhausting all these options. And it's going to move to menu buttons now and go through all these menu button options as well. And we can see here some sliders, how it's testing those as well. And switches. And something cool is the text fields also, how it'll put input text into these fields if you have different configurations, such as for passwords or emails, and make sure those are working fine as well. So once we're done with the crawl, let's relaunch the app here, and let's get into our next cool feature. So we use the underlying technology in crawl to come up with the workflow-based testing, and we can actually create a workflow by simply exercising the app. So there's no need for any coding or scripting, which empowers your product team or anyone else to create these workflows. So we can see we can create a workflow, and we can define one here, entering a name, and now we can start testing. So once a workflow is created, you can execute them whenever on this device or any other device. And what this means is when you replay these workflows, they're not recordings of a previous test. It actually tests your app by exercising all these features again, however many times you want to at a click of a button. Custom workflows also gives you control over what exactly you want to test. For example, we don't have to test every single page control here. And if we want to go to the search bars and input our text, we can input whatever we want to input. So here we're just going to speed up a little bit through the rest of our workflow. So once we're done testing our app, we can complete the workflow here. And now let's relaunch the app again and see how it works if we want to execute that specific workflow we just created. So we'll go back to the workflow tab in the Crony button. And now instead of clicking define, let's click execute. And we can choose the workflow that we just created. We can see information about the workflow as well as some test logs. And we can choose to share this via Slack or Jira. So we can click on the workflow. And as I mentioned before, as we can see, this is not a movie recording. It's actually executing all the steps that we took when creating this workflow. And what's great about this is we can actually execute this on other devices. So the workflow finished executing, and we're hoping you're able to see that not only does it automate testing of your application, but it also gives you control over which components you want to test. Thank you for your time. We're really excited for you guys to try these crawl and workflow features. And as always, please send in your feedback. Thank you.